Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Thiessen, and this video is going to be all about creating new variables. Previously, we had been using these categorical variables to do the chi-squared analysis, but because the data set was so small and there were so many categories, it was difficult to determine any statistical significance. So what we're going to do is we're going to create new variables, and in two different ways. We're going to do one that would be a sum of the ranks, and then another one we will be using one variable and reducing the number of categories. So for the sum of ranks, what we will do is we're going to combine all of the benefits variables into one variable by summing the ranks. So if we looked at the benefit variables here, we'd see that we have a number or a ranking for each of the responses. So we're going to be adding these numbers, whatever they are, for each participant and combining that into one single variable. So you use transform compute variable. And here, this is where I had started doing that. So you would type in the name, give it whatever name you want, and then you would add each of the variables that you want to add. So I added benefit flexibility, benefit accessibility, and benefit engagement. And using the sum function, you can type it in here and make sure you have the right spelling, and there must be enclosed in parentheses, and then you click OK. Now I've already created that variable, so it's not going to allow me to do it again. But this is the new variable that I created here, and if I ran a quick descriptive analysis here, you see the variable, and it has now values ranging from 3 to 10, and we'll use this as a quantitative variable to do our analysis. The next type of creation we're going to do is we're going to reduce the number of categories in the zip code variable from what it previously was, which is somewhere around 4, 3 or 4, and we're going to just have two categories. So that way we can do a t-test to determine if there is statistical analysis. So we'd go to transform, recode into a different variable. And here I have therapist coded collapse, zip code collapse variable that I've moved over into that into this box here. So we would find the variable, you would add it here, and then you would give it the new name. And now you can go and change the values. So we saw that there were four categories. So the first one was rural. We will keep that separate. And then the others were the suburban and the urbans. So that was 2 and 3. We're going to combine that into one category now, and that'll be 2. And then all the others we're going to regard as system missing so that it will not be evaluated in our analysis. So again, we would get this new variable that we'd be able to use for our chi-square t-test or ANOVA, depending on how many categories. So that's how you would create that new variable. And if we ran a descriptive on that. So here we see we have the two categories, the rural and the suburban. They've now been combined. Now you can go in here and actually give these the corresponding values, and that would show up. So if you ran this again, you would see that.